check. Can you hear me? Who is here with me now?
When we are doing the will of our true self, we are inevitably doing the will of the universe. In magic, these are seen as indistinguishable. That every human soul is in fact one human soul. It is the soul of the universe itself. And as long as you are doing the will of the universe, then it is impossible to do anything wrong.
Between everybody and his total environment.
Check. Hello. Hopefully everyone can hear me okay out there. I know I was having weird well, there we go. I'm checking it. You can hear me. Hello, Philip Blair, Jonacide, Lynn, Renee, Miss Jonacide, headed to the doctor for my knee. Oh, I hope your knee works out. I know all about going to doctors recently. Just had a pretty severe back injury, still on the mend. Jesus J, good to see you. Working? Hey, that's fine. Yeah, so those of you that are patrons, which I think some of you are, know that every Monday I've been attempting some sort of ritual routine that is basically a confluence between Eric J. Millar, my partner and friend, uh, his oracle, his bibliomantic oracle, called the Disruption Generator, which looks like this. And let's see. It's been a while, so I'm gonna have to juggle here a little bit. And you too can have it. It is available through Amazon. $12.25 for the paperback for the portable disruption generator. It's been a real hoot and a holler. This came out in 2019. Yeah, May 29th, 2019. Those of you that know about it know that it has just riddled all of my work since. It was I used it for the initial PRAGMAGICK episode thumbnails and whatnot, and it's been a beautiful little anarchic oracle. And so on Patreon, I hate that they do that, just one letter. It's very confusing. On Patreon, I've been attempting to do every Monday, I'll use the disruption generator, and I will also use something called the ALW cipher, which is, let's stop this. The ALW cipher is a pretty elusive cipher that was initially, I would say, bandied and married about via a Liber Al, Aleister Crowley transcript, or not transcript, manuscript. It was a grid that was written in one of his manuscripts by Crowley himself. And it's sprung a life into the English Kabbalah and into many different factions. But I have Listening Post Alpha, which is a group that I've been working with lately to think about utilizing this gematria, as it were. And today we'll be working with the disruption generator and also utilizing the NAEQ, or New Aeon English Kabbalah, also known as the ALW cipher. No, don't do slides. I'm sorry, I'm using StreamYard today just through ease, but it's not my preferred choice. Let's stop this screen, present. So yeah, so this is naeq.io. Anyone can use it. Let's see. Philip Blair says, who is Eric J. Millar? Well, Eric J. Millar is my partner. He's pretty much he does a lot of the art for Haunt Manual, which has been my new venture, for PRAGMAGICK, for WeTheHallowed.org, which is this guy, which is We the Hallowed is basically our anarchic collective, and it is it's been around since 2015. It's now this kind of international, beautiful, anarchic, magical, and art collective that really is just me and Eric Millar, and you'll see his art everywhere. He designed the logo. He did this, he's basically the kind of seer when it comes to a lot of the We the Hallowed stuff. But he's also, outside of We the Hallowed, just an incredible artistic mind that's been putting out books and divinatory oracles that are very punk rock and very cool. And again, yeah, you can follow him on Amazon. He's got a follow the author. And he's got oracles like Bottomless Bag and Disruption Generator, which We the Hallowed, are our collective that I just showed, put out. But he's also got just a splendiferous amount of really cool works and beautiful books. Great friend, partner in crime, Eric J. Millar. For a little background, I realize now that I am doing this public. So forgive me for kind of speeding through things, because this will be the third Disruption Monday, because the last two were Patreon only. But I figured today is the anniversary of my big magical working under the Total Eclipse of August 2017 in the Oregon wilderness. And I thought today would be a fun way to kind of celebrate that, but also do this ritual working. Let me know if the connection's okay and you can see everything. Yes, the NAEQ is fun to use. So let's go back to this. So this is the NAEQ.io. NAEQ basically just stands for New Aeon English Kabbalah. Again, a gematria taken from Liberal, a Crowley work that he didn't sufficiently speak of or create uh, with the intention. He might have created it and left clues, but it really kind of spawned to life with a lot of people and a lot of occult nicks since. And I've been using it through my own workings and through listening Post Alpha, which is a group that utilizes that in the spirit box, and it's been pretty incredible. But again, yeah, forgive me if I speed through things. This is the third time that I've been doing Disruption Monday. Last time I had Sam Shadow join me, and we did a couple of anarchic divinatory readings utilizing both the disruption generator and the ALW cipher, or in this case, NAEQ.io. I will put this in the chat. So here are the two things we're going to be using. I'm putting the links in the chat. Damn, that's a really long link. Let's see. So the first one is NAEQ.io. It's basically just an online calculator for the ALW cipher. I spoke with one of the co-creators of this kind of open source software. And those of you in the occult community or in the cryptid community or in the ufology community might know them. Their name is Ren Collier, and I interviewed them, and that will be kind of tying into my own praxis within We the Hollowed, within Haunt Manual, within a lot of the audiomancy workings that I've been doing recently. So should be out this week. But Ren Collier is the co-conspirator of the online tool to calculate the gematria. So for a real quick kind of, actually, let me do this first. Here is the disruption generator. If anyone is interested, and you should be, it's a beautiful, beautiful piece of work that I still use daily. But yeah, so the NAEQ, again, it uses the ALW cipher, which was the cipher that came from Liberal, and it's basically it's a simple cipher in that the alphabet, each letter of the alphabet attunes to a different number than it would normally. So just to test it, we'll put in PRAGMAGICK, and in NAEQ, it gives you a total of 128. So that's through the cipher. Now, the fun part, and this is where I get into the weeds, so forgive me if I get a little too crazy with the cheese whiz. I have been utilizing this since talking with Bobby Hale, who is of Listening Post Alpha and Temple of Babylon Kronzon. In my one of the most recent PRAGMAGICK podcasts, and even on YouTube. And it has garnered such a beautiful kind of prism of psychical understanding and building your own folklore that, I began creating a glossary, or basically an index of my own key of calculations and words that I hold personally dear or I've created. And it kind of looks like this, where throughout the day I'll be walking and I'll think of a word, or I'll be reminded of something and wonder what the calculation is. And so I log it in a living kind of document like Google Drive. And this is it. It's very messy because it's, not meant to be kind of shared with anybody else other than Listening Post Alpha. That reminds me, let me show people Amazon. So Listening Post Alpha has put out a journal, the first journal of their workings within the spirit box, utilizing the spirit box and using the ALW cipher to kind of decode the transmissions. Let's see. And you can also get that on Amazon, year one. So I will put this in the link as well, in the chat. You can see I'm very rusty with this whole public sort of stream. So this is good. This is helping me get sort of a cornered idea about how to relay this information quickly about what Disruption Generator or Disruption Monday is. Disruption Monday uses the Disruption Generator, and it uses the ALW cipher or naeq.io to do some anarchic divinatory readings. That's pretty much it. I can get a little long-winded, so excuse me. I didn't really think about having to kind of tap into, the non-familiar people. So again, please stop me if I'm going too far. So Disruption Monday. So the last 2 Disruption Mondays, which I've done on patreon.com/PRAGMAGICK, where you too can become a patron. Little inside fluting there. But yeah, so on patreon.com/PRAGMAGICK, wow. I have put my videos of me doing this exercise, the confluence of ALW cipher, disruption generator, also utilizing listening post alpha's glossary or index or key, and mine as well, and it's been really revealing. The first one, I kind of consorted it in a typical to tarot kind of way, because I'm always refining and always kind of trying to understand the rubric of how to rip it away from tarot, but also to give it some sort of lineage to be able to be practiced by other folks. And I had been using, so because Eric's one of my closest friends and partners, I have one of 3 disruption generator decks. So this deck is extremely rare, and it wasn't until the tornado came out. Tornado dropped out. It wasn't until sorry for bumping that. It wasn't until the second Disruption Monday, where I had Sam Shadow on, that Sam Shadow had a portable disruption generator, and we found there were more rubrics that could be used, being that every component or card in that deck case has a number, component 73, and it has Eric's beautiful little poetry about what each component, is meaning. So what I thought was cool is I want to do it this time to where we're going to figure out a rubric to where everyone can utilize the tools that I'm showing here. So it's not going to be just up my own ass about utilizing this rare deck that I have. It's going to be, you too can use this. You too can use naaq.io. And also, you too can use wethehallowed.org to even look up the component numbers. Say we're going to do a test. I'll do the cards this time just to be quick about it. So we have, we have Decode, which is hilarious. So Decode, but I'd be using the book this time. Decode. You can come to wethehallowed.org and see what the number is and what Eric Millar's writings were about it. And look at that. It's actually number 1. The Disruption Generator's first ever post, because Eric had made these for wethehallowed.org. He'd posted every day for like 100 and some odd days, or weeks or something. It was just this insane amount of creative work. He had a randomized word generator. He'd use it. It would show him a word, and he would illustrate it, and then he'd go from there. And funny enough, today we chose number 1 as the test, which is Decode. So as you can see, he says, decode a puzzle that needs to be solved, miscommunication that requires work to rectify, solutions that may be obscured. There you go. So that's Eric, his poetry about it, but it also has his number for it. And we're not going to get too in the weeds about using the numbers on numbers on numbers on numbers, but that is something that kind of that you will need when it comes to how I'm going to teach you to do it from home. So please buy the disruption generator. Support Eric J. Millar. He's fucking brilliant. With that said, there are 119 components to the disruption generator. 119. You can all do this at home, by the way, if you're watching and interested. So 119. If you go quite simply to random number generator on Google, it'll give you the factions of which you can easily generate a randomized number within the kind of the what you would call it, the length or your damn, I just brain farted. So anyway, we're gonna say it's 119 components, 1 through 119. We're gonna do a 3-component spread. I wouldn't even call it a spread, but we'll get into that. But just to show you. So 1 through 119 disruption generator components. You don't need to necessarily have the book to test this, but please get the book. You can generate a random number. Oh, wow. So my first test ended up being the first disruption generator component. The second test ended up being the last. So 119. So you can go to WeTheHollowed.org. You can search for disruption generator. I think I actually know what it is. It's WASP, I think. Disruption generator 119. Search. And there it is. WASP. So for those that are bibliomantically not available yet, or are having, issues with money, and believe me, I know how it goes. Like, if you want to play around with this and test it, here are the tools to do so. Random number generator on Google. Set the quadrants, or coordinates or quadrants to 1 through 119 for the components. Generate a number and Shazam. Put it in WeTheHollowed.org and you have it. And I will just copy WASP here. Put it in the... You can tell that I'm real rusty about teaching. My mind's going a million times an hour. Again, this is the third one that I've done, so I totally forgot. Everyone that hasn't seen this before needs to understand what I'm talking about. These are new kind of revelations about if you're in a pinch or don't have the disruption generator paperback with you, you can do this. I think it's more substantial, obviously, to have the paperback because it is a bibliomantic oracle. And I would do the same. In the bibliomantic oracle, I would look for 119 as the component. And there it is. Plus, it's just beautiful. Folks, you want the book. And I dropped the book. All right. So basically, that's the rubric of what we're doing today. I'm going to be through some other kind of exercises. I'm going to be utilizing it as an oracle, as a divinatory thing, utilizing an AEQ, the ALW cipher, the disruption generator, and then we're going to comb the numbers through my key from Listening Post Alpha, the ALW cipher group on Facebook, and you'll see through the numbers, like the component of 119. And also, of course, the word wasp. We're going to get a plethora of fun shit that's going to tether this reading. Now, let me take a drink. How's everybody doing? Sorry. It's been a while. So, what I did last time, I'll just put it this way. The first time I did this, I kind of utilized it as like I was using the cards and I treated it like, what's the easiest way? What's the easiest tarot way or tarot spread, right? 3-card draw, situation, action, outcome, that sort of thing, right? But I wanted to move away from that because the disruption generator in it of itself is an anti-tarot. It doesn't have the baggage, doesn't have the, I don't know, the pomp and ceremony of all of the academic, wonder thinking of tarot. It's brand new. It's not meant really to have too much of an intentful power within each component. It's meant to allow you to fill in the blanks. I mean, I think a lot of the reason why it's black and white is sort of that way. But so breaking away from that, the second one that I did with Sam Shadow, we used the book, but I also came up with my own kind of quote unquote spread. And this spread works in tandem with a motto that came to me in a dream. I had woken up in a fever one morning and sketched in one of my notebooks this dream I had that I won't go into too many of the minutia of the dream, but basically in We the Hallowed, there were folks with jackets and pins and garb that all had this saying and symbol on it. And the saying was dissolve, echo, resonate. And it was in the 3 scene, of which you see I use all the time, the therefore symbol, the 3 dots. And so I immediately sketched it. Eric Millar did a refined sketch of it, but it's become basically a background to haunt manual. People will notice that the 3rd scene within haunt manual is kind of this underlying thing about what dissolves, what echoes, what resonates. And I thought, yeah, I would translate that to a sort of spread or a sort of rubric about utilizing the disruption generator and the ALW cipher. But here it is in the beginning. So this was the sketch I woke up and drew. A little ghosty in the middle. And then in my mind, I heard it as Spanish, like the Spanish translation of dissolve, echo, and resonate, which is dissolver, echo, resonar. And so today, this is the cleaned up version by the more gifted and talented artist, Eric J. Millar. Today, we are going to use that as the outline for our spread. So, dissolver, echo, resonar working. The first component of the disruption generator that I'll be finding utilizing the random number generator will be what needs disillusion or disillusion, to see past, to make opaque, to wither, to shed, to dim, to be relieved, or to exorcise. The second component, echo, will be what to preach, to engulf, to emanate, to reverberate, to meditate on, to focus on, to exercise with. And the third, to resonate, or to resonar, what resolves and mutates from the prior actions, a consequence, what permeates, what retains, what remains, what haunts, what mutates, what barks, what vibrates. So pretty simple. It's kind of its own way of situation, action, outcome, but it's a little bit more open to kind of a poetic and metaphorical understanding of what I need to see through, what I need to reverberate or meditate on, and what, doing these two things, what is the resolve of that? How does it resonate? What comes from it? So, again, completely made up. All of this is completely made up. There is absolutely no rubric. You can make your own. Anyone can make their own. I'm just forever trying to empower intention with every little facet, customize everything, whether it's the disruption generator, whether it's helping utilize the ALW cipher to read this, or it's kind of creating your own quote unquote spread. I'll come up with a better word for it, I promise. But basically, this is what we're working with. So, as the outline of it, I can't believe everyone is still watching that's here. I appreciate that. I'm having these objective views about me in my studio right now, saying the most googly gop, pish posh crap out into the ether. And I can tell you, it's been a while since I've done this publicly. So thank you for joining me, and I appreciate you weathering my goof juice. But let's get started. Further ado, take a drink. Jonicide's doing well. Good. I'm getting there. I have an MRI scheduled, which is never fun because that means they can't diagnose what's wrong with your spine. So just hanging in there, trying not to lose work, trying not to owe too much money. But yeah, Philip Blair, more powerful than 33. Oh, here we go. This is Bobby Hale of Listening Post Alpha. Good to see you, ear apparent, Mr. Bob Raw. 128 is one of the most powerful numbers in the cipher. Oh, and I think that was PRAGMAGICK. Was it not? Is that what I put in? I think so. So very cool. Well, there you go. Again, please check out Listening Post Alpha. I hope I put that in the chat. I will soon. If I didn't, or maybe Bobby can if he's still here. Hey! No way. All right. Yogi, good to see you. You have a spine MRI Wednesday morning. Yeah. Mine is too far away. Too far away to not be diagnosed correctly, and too far away to not be able to do the physical therapy. Just in case, they start bending me in ways I shouldn't be bended. So good to see you, Yogi. Spine Brothers. But yeah, let's get to this working. Okay? All right. Let's do it. Let's see. I'm going to start with the random number generator. All right, kids. Again, components 1 through 119. That is the spectrum of the disruption generator components. Here we go. Everyone ready? So, the first card, or I'm sorry, I don't want to keep calling it a card. The first component, which is the dissolver. What needs dissolution to see the past, to make opaque, to wither, to shed, to dim, to be relieved, and to exercise is 26. So we'll log that in here. So first we're going to look up the component, and you can do this at home. I'm going to just look in the book. Again, you can just on wethehollow.org search 26 disruption generator. Filter. Ooh, look at that. So we have filter for the dissolve or the dissolver. Filter. And of course, Eric's beautiful art, as always. I'm going to look in the book real quick just because I think it's really nice to feel the paper. So component 26, filter, the removal of unwanted elements to stifle undesirable behaviors. So the removal of unwanted elements, semicolon, to stifle undesirable behaviors. I like that. There it is there. Component 26. Damn. So notice how I didn't openly say like a question or think about a thought. I think it's because I knew in my mind, for me, this reading was going to be about, the anniversary of this big eclipse working I did in 2017, August 21st, 2017, that has led me here. You can now read about it. It's the most recent post on hotmanual.com. Which I'll put here. But I knew that this reading for me was going to be something pertaining maybe to the resonance of that working still. But there are some obvious things to work through. Oh, look who we have. The man of the hour who created the disruption generator. Everybody, Eric J. Millar. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, I don't either. 119 components. How could you have them memorized? And that's what I love it too, because it's just there's a bounty of them. I get surprised every time that I use it. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot about this one. Here we go. John said, well, I can understand Eric, but no excuses for Keats. Yeah, this is fair. Fair, Jonacide. Thanks for throwing me under the bus, brother. All right. So filter, we have, I'll put the component number there. Filter, the component number will come into play later because that's another additive fun rubric that we can use. But first, we're going to go to naeq.io and we're going to look up filter 104. So filter 104. And then I'm going to look in my own key to see if I have 104. Hopefully you can see this okay. It looks a little buggy on my end. Let's see. Yeah, StreamYard's funny. So 104. Stranger. Damn, that's a good one. Here's the other thing. You'll notice I'm still new to logging my own index and key. A lot of them just have my own words and weirdness. Some of them have far more than others. Some only have stranger, like 104. So in that case, you can, with naeq.io, look at what it does is it pulls the gematria from the Crowley work, Liber Al, and it gives you all of the calculations of it within Liber Al. And because I haven't, I should say, been terribly familiar with Liber Al since I was a lot younger, I tend not to take from it unless it's something that resonates with me. Everybody's, free to do whatever, but there is something about like giving it respect. If I take something that's very, very much of a Crowley word or verbiage or from his lexicon, like I probably won't take it. But in this case, mystical, like, come on, that's pretty universal. So I'll add that. Let's see. Overthrow. I like that. Ooh, the sorrow's secret. Secret the sorrows. I can get too excited too, and automatically start piecing together the puzzle of it and just go, no, that's what it means. But it's always good to just kind of keep logging what was happening or what's in there. The sorrows. That's definitely what I want to dissolve, if I'm being real. Yeah. So I won't go too much into taking from the actual work of Liber Al. What I did want to show you, and let me see if I can get there real quick. What I did want to show you is the ALW Cipher group that is primarily run by um, Bobby Hale, Leah Ferris, Groucho, Trout, folks of Listening Post Alpha. It's another tool. It's on Facebook, and I think you can search it without joining, but you should join if you're interested in the ALW Cipher. Please um, join. And it looks like this. Obviously, I'm part of it. I'm excited about it. And I'm excited about it because you can search. Say, I just had Stranger, for 104. So, what I would do in here is these fine chaps have been posting and logging their own findings, their own gematria calculations for numbers throughout this Facebook group. And it's become just a wealth of incredible calculations that would otherwise take a millennia to get to. And a lot of the time it uh it is stuff that resonates. It's almost like just compendiums of somewhat absolutes, or like resolutions of the human experience, and it, like these words in this lexicon that you find that you all share. Obviously there's some that pertain very much to the individual who's using it or who's calculating it, but this is a good place to start if you needed to look. So what did I get? 104. We'll look this, search within the group. 104. That's something else I should mention is Listening Post Alpha. I think began really with diving into Twin Peaks and the gematria, the spirit box kind of translations and transmutations within the like haunting oeuvre of Twin Peaks. So there's a lot of Twin Peaks overlap, which is, if you're doing it right, there will always be a large overlap of Twin Peaks. So you might come across this a lot in the ALW Cipher. Just give in, start watching it again. It's yeah, it's been a brilliant re like it's been brilliant for me as a David Lynch fan to go back and like really look at it in this kind of, magical construct of deeper and hidden meaning. And if you were to ask David Lynch if he meant any of this, he would say no, flat out, and smile. So it's cool that folks are doing it. But yeah, 104, we have Laura and Leland, so very Twin Peaksian calculation. We also have the Lodge. Now it's dark incest. So definitely don't want. I definitely don't. A couple of words are going to be upsetting. I'm not even monetized. Who gives a fuck? Uh, yeah, now it's dark. So what I'll do is, since I didn't have it in my own agent key, I'm going to put it in my agent key. And I tend to not use the Twin Peaks stuff unless it really barked at me. Again, it's another thing that I loved and was very deep into, but it's something that I'm trying to um, be respectful of, like utilizing its symbology and its deeper kind of, I don't know, the deeper cathedral of thought when it comes to it. So yeah, I basically just take what resonates with me, and as you should as well. Let's see. Ooh, never mind. I'm not going to change it now. Cool. So, oh yes, we have 26. I'm not sure what to do with the component numbers yet, but we'll log it. So we'll say filter. And of course, there's plenty more. If you were to search in Facebook, the Facebook group for LW Cipher, there is so many more beautiful calculations. You know, we live in an age, I don't think it's taking out too many processes of the pen and ink and really getting to it by calculating the gematria on your own. I think there's a place for that too, but I find this is a tool and it's not really taking away the process of the, you know, the journey or the need to explore these type of things if you're able to find calculations that you wouldn't have otherwise. So it's cool. We live in this information age. There's a compendium of ALW cipher calculations. So heave ho, motherfuckers, heave ho. All right, 26 is the component number. I'm going to just look at my agent key for 26. Oh, shit. Yahweh. Look at that. I'm sure there's plenty others. If Bobby's still in the chat, he's a walking gematria calculator. He could tell you. But let us, let's look at what 26 is. Sun. That's a big one. I happen to be one. Should probably write it down. Sorry, I know for people viewing, I just have these like objective outside views where I'm looking at myself going, is he streaming doing homework? Yes. Yes, I am. But you can too. So, Sun 26. Let's see. We are going to the Facebook group because that one's a hard one. The lower numbers you get, the more matter of fact the words get. So 26. Here, I'll pump this up. 206. That's another rubric I'm not quite sure can be leaped. Like 206, you know, feels the same as 26, right? Especially in like kind of the classic way of numerology. But I do love that the higher you go in the numbers, the more profound and more succinct and serious and very erudite the phrases and terms come up with. So you'll get calculations of, you know, full sentences that reach up to, you know, the 400s even. Like it can keep going and going. And I like the fact that it doesn't need to distill itself so much into comprehensible digits, you know. So yeah, let's see. End of results. We'll look at the comments because a lot of times 26 will pop up in the comments. I don't want to share too much of other people's stuff. Cool. So 26, very simple, very small. We've got Yahweh and Sun. And again, don't know what to do with the component numbers. So we'll keep these as like a wild card. Highlight this with pink, baby. All right. Cool. So for dissolver, what needs dissolution, what to see past, what to make opaque, what to wither, to shed, to dim, to be relieved, to exorcise, we had filter, which in and of itself is a dissolution, right? To filter, which also translates to 104, which is stranger, mystical, overthrow, secret, the sorrows, the lodge, now it's dark, incest, secret again, shadow magic. So yeah, very interesting. Again, we don't have any clue what the hell this is going to equate to. I'm losing viewers, folks. I'm losing viewers. I understand. I get it. But I'm going to keep doing this. I'm bringing you along. All right. Echo. What is the echo component? What to preach, what to engulf, to emanate, reverberate, meditate on, focus on, exercise with. Again, this is probably about my coming year of, on this anniversary of this, my 6-year anniversary of this big ritual working under the total eclipse in 2017. So who knows what this could mean yet, but let's see what to preach, what to engulf, reverberate, and so on. We're going to go back to the random number generator, 1 through 119, and hit it. 2. Damn. Cold-blooded. So on your end, you can just look up 00. I would do 2 zeros in front of it because there are 100 or 3 digits for the disruption generators. Probably finds them easier. I'm sure just 02 would work too. Blindfold. Oh, shit. And of course, his art is just so good at this. So let's see. Component 2, blindfold. Things that are hidden, unknown, unclear, semicolon. A barrier to perception, semicolon. Situation that binds and stifles. Wait. So wasn't filter something about stifling too? We'll come back to this. Yeah, I'm going to add this. So to stifle undesirable behaviors was filter. We'll put, what? To stifle undesirable behaviors. Jesus. Black, white. There we go. And then echo, which we got was blindfold. Blindfold, which we still need to look up the number. A situation that binds and stifles, which I should just add the entire thing to this. Yes, I am taking with me to actually edit text. I apologize. I can be a little persnickety when it comes to these sort of things. All right. Things that are hidden, unknown, clear, unclear, a barrier to perception, a situation that binds and stifles. So we are going to go to the NAEQ. We're going to look up blindfold. 98. Damn, that's a big number in the NAEQ. I know this because it always fucking pops up. Excuse my language. So 98. So for 98, what do we have? Let's go to my glossary. We have, actually my words, funny enough. Lesser God, Tartaria. That's pretty funny. We're going to need some outside help here with the LW Cypher group. I swear 98 came up forever. Am I not? Like, it came up so much. Let's see. Bobby Hale. We'll do a control F on this. 98. UFO not. Messages. All right. There we go. Getting somewhere. Damn this black fucking highlighting. We'll look for some more. 98 UFO not. We got that. 5 speech. Okay. I do also like that it's John C. Lilly underneath this, who my father knew, I guess. I know Altered States was like one of his favorite movies because of it was about John C. Lilly, but whatever. Let's see. Hey, Synth, what's up? How you doing? All is well. Except for the price of gas. What's up, 6 cents, Synth? R.I.P. Michael. I'm guessing Hutchins. Michael Hutchins because of the NXS. And yeah. Cool. Good to see you guys. Welcome to the PRAGMAGICK homework hour, where I will be calculating and doing things that are not interesting to everybody else. So thank you for coming. Let's see, 98. So we've got it. I think we searched a little bit. Sometimes I can get into the weeds. I can search for it. You'll look at the comment section and search for 98 if they're in there. Yeah, see, I've already 98 tongue. Speech and tongue. Hot diggity dog. It's gonna drive me nuts. I can't stand how fucking weird everything copy and paste, and we're gonna do banana, and then we're not gonna do bold. What is this? All right, I'm not gonna spend too long on that, I promise. Getting there. Okay, we've got it. So blindfold was 98. That was what to echo, what to preach, what to engulf, emanate, reverberate, meditate on, focus on, exercise with. And funny enough, we got tongue and speech, which for those watching right now, I could probably use the help. So maybe I should echo my tongue a little more, as they say. But anyways, blindfold was number 2 as the wild card, which I don't even know. Let's see what's small. 02 I, or is that L? ALW. Yeah, so it's L. ALW cipher 1 2 3. So ALW. So L, which actually Liber Al. So that's a big one. So for that, excuse me. All right, almost there. The last one, Resonar, then we'll go through it. I'll make sense of it, what it means to me. You'll have this video probably. I'll probably hide it and just give it to patrons because I definitely need some more experience teaching or doing this. But the last component of the dissolver echo resonar spread or pull or whatever is meaning to, what resolves from the last two, mutates from the prior actions, a consequence, good or bad, what can permeate, what retains, what remains, what haunts, what mutates, what barks, and what vibrates. So we go back to our trusty number generator. 1 through 119. Oh, I don't need to delete that. Here we go for the resonator. 78. Damn, that's a good number too. I like numbers. 78. So for those that want to do it at home, we'll just do it through We the Hallowed search. 78 disruption generator. Oh, where'd it go? 78 disruption generator. Oh yeah. Charm. Well, shit. That's a good one. That's a real good one. Charm. An object of luck or influence and attraction. So, just to verify, component 78, charm. There you are. An object. I can't even speak. An object of luck or influence, attraction. I kind of see. I can already begin to piece together the reading, right? How as it pertains to you. So we'll come back here, or whoever's doing it. So charm. I'm gonna go ahead and copy this guy, and then lose my shit over it, screwing up all the stuff. So for formatting, charm. Damn, I cannot type with the mic in my way. Charm 78. And we're have to change everything back. Black. Done. Font size 12. Okay. Charm. An object of luck or influence, attraction. So we go back to NAEQ. This is totally like I love how chaotic, but also routinized in a weird way, utilizing numbers, utilizing, the disruption generator. All of this is it seems so, I don't know how to put it. Like, it just seems so all over the place. But when you really come down to it, it's like, no, it's really two things that we're, creating the confluence of. So 78, which we know. Oh, wait, no, we're doing charm. 78 is the component number. Haha, I almost fucked up. We could have been all fucked. We would have died. Everyone would have died. I would have been arrested. Everyone would have died. It would have been terrible. Thank God I found it. All right, 51. Charm. So drugs. Definitely putting that in there. That's gonna go right in there. All right. 51. I'll resonate some drugs all day, every day. Come on. Don't have to threaten me with a good time. All right. 10 AQ. Let's see. I can. That's pretty good. Large. I think I'll. Sorry. Ooh, try. Wow. $51. Charm. Okay. I think we're good. I could look in the ALW cipher group. What was it? 51. I will for shits and gigs. Purple. No, sorry. I got all excited. Like, how would that make 51? Purple. Purple. All right. Yeah, I think 51's pretty low. All right. Well, the cool thing is now we have the component number 78. I know this doesn't make any sense of how I'm laying it out. I'm just trying to do this while I touch the sky. 78. All power. All is not. Well, of course. Thank you. I appreciate that. Google Docs. You're so good to me. All right. Cries. Art if. Enough. Ooh, I like that. Enough. Fire. Hidden. This is going to be a real pain in the ass. I can already tell. There's so many good routes. All right. We're going to stop it there. We got our components. We got these weird, I'll call them like, what do you call them in tarot? We'll just say like wild cards, right? We don't really need them. But they really do paint a fuller picture. Sure. I guess, there's something to be said about them. I think already adding too much different rubric for any of this. So just to review, for the dissolver, echo, resonar, working. For dissolver, we pulled filter. There was another thing about filter. See, I'm already fucking up. Boop, 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 boop. Filter, the removal of unwanted elements to stifle undesirable behaviors. I'm going to have to do this all over again. Did you think that you were going to see something entertaining tonight, or just me editing Google Docs? Be honest. I want to know. All right. The removal of unwanted elements to stifle undesirable behaviors. What to dissolve? What needs dissolution? What to see past? It's funny to see past a filter, right? Isn't that what a filter is? To make opaque, to wither, to shed. The removal of unwanted elements to stifle undesirable behaviors from Eric. But the ALW cipher says filter also correlates to stranger, mystical, overthrow, secret, the sorrows, the lodge, now it's dark. That one I word that could possibly get me banned. I'm not sure, but it is a funny one. Shadow, magic. All right. Filter, shadow, magic. To dissolve the sorrows. Let's just go linear. Okay. I'm already like compounding this with so many heavy, just a fucking chasm, a tundra of weirdities in this. So let's just go easy. What to dissolve? We got filter, but the ALW cipher says filter also means the sorrows. Right? Easy enough. Echo. What to preach, engulf, emanate, reverberate, meditate on, focus on, blah, blah, blah. We got blindfold. What to echo? And blindfold came up. Things that are hidden, unknown, unclear. A barrier to perception. A situation that binds and stifles. Perhaps echoing more of a rubric. That's like literally what we're doing right now, is echoing, lesser chaos, more of a routinized rubric for shit like this. And I think I'm always trying to hunt for some sort of routine that, can parlay all of the creative stuff, all of the fucking whims and wallows, as it were. So blindfold also with the ALW cipher, lesser god, Tartaria. I don't think we'll use that. Although, if I hashtag Tartaria, we'll probably get some new viewers. I'm just kidding. UFO not. Messages, speech, tongue. I'm going to say we're going to dissolve the sorrows to echo messages, speech, and tongue. Okay? Easy. Look at that. Getting a divinatory reading right now. Once I echo the messages after dissolving the filter, or echo after I dissolve the sorrows, and I echo the messages, the speech, and the tongues, what will resonate? What resolves and mutates from the prior actions? A consequence, even. What permeates? What retains? What remains? What haunts from dissolving the sorrows and echoing the messages? Well, dear brethren, what resonates is charm, is an object of luck or influence. It resonates attraction. The ALW cipher says it resonates drugs. Drugs. Charm is a drug. Charm is a drug. It's cunning. It's guile. It's charm. If you echo the messages by dissolving the sorrows, you will resonate charm that is not unlike human MDA. Human MDMA. Human MDMA. Listen, 78 is also charm. That means it will resonate all power. It will resonate fire. And it will resonate what's hidden. So, if you dissolve the sorrows, if you dissolve the stranger or shadow magic or that I word that I cannot say because I don't have that many subscribers, don't want to get kicked off YouTube. If you dissolve the filter, echo the messages, speech, and tongue, then you will resonate, charm, all power, fire, and what is hidden, and that shall be enough. Thank you. This is a work in progress. Please get the disruption generator. Create your own magical practice. Create your own anarchic fucking soothsaying, divinatory, clairvoyeurism. Try it. If anything, utilize it without having to make everything as hard as I do all the time, or as plenty as I do all the time. But I feel like tonight's reading was pretty linear, pretty straightforward. Very very reaffirming for someone in my position who's just kind of shooting from the hip and gusting all over the place with big tornadoes. I think that was a card we got earlier. Yeah, it was in there, or a component. It is a wonderful, even if it's just I love to use the disruption generator to break my way out of creative funks as I would tarot, but this way it's more anarchic, it's more left field, it's more kind of competing with your own prism of pareidolia. You gotta hit those marks by missing the mark a lot, and this will give you some way outs. So please check out the disruption generator. Thanks for joining me on this really weird, and I'm sure mostly awkward experience of listening to me ramble on. Again, I will resolve the charm, but I will resonate. Sorry, I will dissolve the filters of which I see through that bind me. I will echo the message, the speech from thy tongue, and I will resonate with charm, with guile, and of wit. Thank you for joining. Please check out hauntmanual.com. Check out wethehallowed.org. It's all there, folks. Everything you've ever needed to not need. Big love. Haunt on.
All you got.